What's going on, guys? I know a lot of you guys are waiting for the Justice League trailer breakdown and the freaking Gotham trailer breakdown, but I'm still like hella sick, so it's kind of hard to make those kind of videos because you need a lot more energy. But I did want to, inform you and make this video of, I actually got to see the Batman and Harley Quinn animated series movie at San Diego Comic-Con, so this is going to be kind of my review of it. I don't plan on saying any spoilers, but if one slips out, apologies, but it's just so hard to actually do a review. But I'm not really trying to be like, oh my god, whatever. I do want to just talk about some things that happen in this movie that I'm like, I don't know, DC. For those of you that don't know anything about this movie, it stars Batman and Nightwing teaming up with Harley Quinn against wannabe Swamp Thing, aka the Floronic Man, and Poison Ivy. Gonna be 100% honest with you, I didn't even know the Floronic Man was a character in this universe. I've never heard about him before this movie. I legit thought it was Swamp Thing before I heard him get called the fucking Floronic Man. Anyways, I do want to say it right off the bat, this movie is like comedy based. Like, it is very full of comedy. That is what this movie wanted to come off with. And maybe I think DC might have done this because, the Killing Joke was just dark, dark, dark. There wasn't really any comedy there. So they were probably like, we need something else to go ahead and follow that up with. And since that was so dark, let's make a comedic kind of movie. And this is Harley Quinn. She's one of the main characters in this one. So it makes sense that she's actually going to be trying to do a lot of funny stuff. Now, some of you guys might have saw my video in the past about Melissa Ranch being the actual Harley Quinn this time. It's not Tara Strong, and I was just kind of like, oh no, I don't like it. And I still didn't really like it. Just Harley Quinn has such a unique voice that when I was watching this movie, I was like, this is not Harley Quinn, it's not Harley Quinn. But it wasn't to the point where I couldn't watch the movie. I didn't like it. I will 100% say that. I did not like Melissa Ranch's take on Harley Quinn. I get what they were trying to do, but, I don't know if you guys have seen so many, like, Batman animated series stuff, but when you hear, like, one or two, like, different voices for the Joker, and you're just like, no, that's not Mark Hamill, or if it's not Mark Hamill voicing the Joker, the other person that I will accept, I believe, is Troy Barker, or is it Troy Baker? He does a really good Joker as well. But any other Joker besides those two guys I really dislike, and I think the same goes for Harley Quinn. I mean, you had Tara Strong, who voiced Harley Quinn after the great Arlene Sorkin, who was the original voice of Harley Quinn, and that is how my brain does it. It's like Arlene Sorkin, then Tara Strong. I accepted Tara Strong as being another Harley Quinn. That was one thing I didn't like about the movie, but, like I said, I was able to get through the whole movie. It just didn't feel like Harley to me. Moving on from that, I want to talk about this next thing, because it is the thing that makes me go, I don't know, DC, because I don't know what is going on with these animated movies, but whoever's running them has a very weird thing about making these DC characters more sexualized. And what I mean by that is not like, oh, all the girls are sexy, although there is one scene in this when we first see where Harley Quinn's been at this whole time. She's working at a place called, like, Super Babes, and it's basically like Hooters with all of the superhero girls, or all the waitresses are dressed up like superhero girls, and they're just like big boobs and big butts and everything, and you're just like, oh my god. It's very awkward because all the guys that are there like, I mean, you've seen it in the trailers that there's a guy like gonna slap Harley Quinn's butt, and she's like, if you want to lose that hand. So that's in the trailers. That's not really a spoiler there. But yeah, it was just really, I was like, oh, I was in my seat and I was like, this is awkward. Oh my god, there's a lot of people here watching this. So that was kind of weird, and yeah, they tried to make jokes about it, but it was, and Nightwing is a very comic relief in this series, so it's kind of cool, because he's the one looking for Harley Quinn, so he's like, oh, and he like looks into the Super Babe window, and he just kind of sees her, because he's been looking for her everywhere, and that was kind of funny. Like I'm saying, there's actual comedy in this movie, and I laughed a lot during this, but a lot of them are like sexualized jokes at times too, and some of them hit and some of them don't, but it was just so weird to see that like DC is just trying to just push like that like sexualness in their animated series. I'm like, you don't need to do that. Like, it's not necessary. The Batman animated series was one of the best things ever that I've ever seen, still to this day. That shit's been out for like 20 years already or something like that. And I don't even remember seeing any of this. I mean, like, yeah, Catwoman was sexy and stuff in the animated series, but it wasn't overdone like this new stuff is. And I'm just kind of thinking, like, oh my god, who is in control of this? And like, are they, you know, just like putting their like sexual fantasies into these cartoon movies? Oh, and it doesn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this goes on throughout the whole movie almost. It's more towards the front of the movie, but all I'm gonna say is the scene between Harley and Nightwing, you are going to find either really like awkward, or you're gonna be like, no, 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 because they kind of, you know, they leave it open to interpretation, but that was some of the most awkwardness that I've been a part of. I was literally sitting next to everybody, and everybody was like, oh, like, you just feel the tension in the crowd. I'm talking about, there was like 4,000 of us guys watching this, and we were just like, oh, this is awkward, like, no. It was kind of cringy, I'm not gonna lie. It was just like, just seeing like freaking Harley and Nightwing, and Harley's all coming on the night. It was just like, I was like, oh my god. And the way it happens too, like, it happens after they kind of fight and stuff, and if you saw the trailer, Nightwing's like tied up to the bed, and he's all like, don't get any ideas, Harley. But the reason why she gets those ideas is just like, it's so like teenage boy like mindset, I think. I was just like, oh my god. The last thing I'll point out is there is a song, because for some reason it feels like every one of these DC animated movies has to have a song, because I mean, Killing Joke had one, this one had a song now, and during the song there's a low-key like blowjob joke that happens, and I was just like, so I don't know what's going on over there at DC, but you guys need to chill. Like, come on. Like, I love anything that looks like Batman the Animated Series and anything that has to do with Harley Quinn, but this was legit awkward at certain points, and it was an interesting watch, but I don't know. I think you guys need to watch it just for its cringiness, like at those parts, and then let me know what you thought when this thing comes out. But I just thought it was pretty crazy and awesome at the same time, because it was just so like, oh my god. But from that, the story was actually kind of good, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, it felt very Batman the Animated Series kind of storyline. It did seem like it was a little bit more dragged out because they needed to make a movie about it, but I did like the dynamics, and like I said, like, you think it's gonna go one way, but there's just, it's very like comedy induced, and like the way they do things in it is pretty cool. But there's some solid action, and I think the comedic timing and some of the jokes and stuff is really well done. I'll be honest with you guys, I'd probably watch this again, I'm not gonna lie. It's not my favorite Batman animated series by far, or movie I should say, by far, but just, you know, I think it was just so, as I'm reviewing it right now, I'm like, you know what, I'd probably watch that again. But there were some things I didn't like, and there were some things I liked. But those are the main things I wanted to talk about. If you guys are interested in watching this movie, definitely go check it out. There is, yes, you know, just know that going into it, that it is a comedy. Like, they meant for this to be a comedy. It's very, like, interesting, like, what they do with all the characters. But just know that they are trying to be a comedy in this movie. And then there are some serious parts, of course, because it's Batman. And then just know after that, that there are some very adult, awkward parts that you're just like, oh. Anyways, guys, let me know if you're going to watch this movie in the comment sections down below. Also, don't forget, if you ever want to support this channel, you can check out the Patreon like these awesome people did. Or you can do the OG thing and give this video a like and share it with all of your Batman and Harley Quinn buddies. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all things nerdy and geeky on this channel. As always, I'm your host, JUICEbox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. If I'm a daily dose of juice, see you guys next time. Bye!